Israeli, Palestinian conflict solution, the Messiah/Paradise Zone. Seeking another possibility for human civilization, February 6th, Let everyone begin, plus have a channel to rise and grow better. Prologue. Two fundamental needs. Last time, we saw the vision of the Messiah/Paradise Zone. Today, we enter its first pillar. The first pillar is one simple line: let everyone begin. Within every person lie two most fundamental needs. The first need is to be accepted by society, to belong, to be one of its own. The second need is to rise and grow better, to make tomorrow better than today. A person's deepest pain is not poverty, but being told, "You are not needed here." Shut out, he is neither accepted by society nor left any chance to rise. The truth is often not that he's useless, but that society gave him no doorway to become useful. On lands of conflict, this, not being needed, is a breeding ground for hatred and despair. A young person with no way forward is the easiest prey for hatred and extremism. So every person needs a channel to rise and grow better. And the apprentice, the intern, that is the best starting point of this channel. It answers both needs at once. It lets a person belong and lets a person rise. To understand it, first see where today's employment is stuck. Companies demand experience, but experience can only be gained on the job. And so a dead loop forms. No job, no experience. No experience, even less chance of a job. A person is locked outside. The modestly credentialed, the ordinary born, the too old, the too young, locked out first. They are not without ability, only without an entry point where ability can be seen. Traditional employment is all or nothing, hired full-time, or nothing at all. This threshold is high and steep. For the inexperienced, nearly impossible to cross. The first pillar adds a ramp between all and nothing. The time is light, only 2 to 4 hours a day, no full-time output demanded at once. The threshold is zero, no background, no diploma, only whether you'll begin. The nature is dual track. It is both a job and a course of learning. One steps onto the ramp, gathers experience and credit in real work, then moves to full-time. At the core of this vision is one unshakable promise. We guide every single company to add about 10% apprentice and intern positions. A company of 10 gains 1. A company of 1,000 gains 100. Millions of firms, 10% each, gathering into one vast entry point. This 10% is no optional garnish. It is society's promise to every person. What it guarantees: every person willing to begin has a chance to begin working, so that no one is ever again shut out by "you are not needed here." With tax breaks and government rewards, companies are guided to create these positions. No one-size-fits-all. Small firms start with one, large firms staff by proportion. Firms that meet the target enjoy tax breaks and rewards, incentive, not quota. And these must be real business positions, not busy work to fill a number. The most practical question: only a few hours a day, why would a company agree? First, wages are split 50-50 between government and company. With half the cost, the company gains a window to observe someone in a real role. Second, and more crucial, this is a highly efficient talent screening channel. Traditional hiring bets on a person from a resume, betting wrong costs dearly. A wrong hire, training wasted, and the cost of dismissal on top. The apprenticeship lets a firm see someone clearly, in real work, at half the cost. Capable, convert them. Unfit, the loss is minimal. So it's no charity burden. It's the most accurate screening, bought at a subsidized price. The half wage the government subsidizes buys society-wide entry opportunity. And this is no pure spending. A person turns from relief recipient to tax-paying contributor. The government's ledger flips from negative to positive, paid best from new tax revenue. So how does this mechanism actually run? Before starting, every position must have two clear lists. A duty list: what real work, how many hours a day, what output is expected. A learning list: what knowledge and skills to master, with a mentor to guide and assess. Two lists make both tracks, employment and learning, land in reality. Where a subsidy exists, some will try to game it. So set 3 gates. 1. To claim the subsidy, submit duty and learning records, none up to standard, none paid. 2. Periodically collect the apprentice's anonymous feedback. Are they truly learning? 3. Firms that never convert, with poor feedback, lose subsidy and priority. The core is one line. The subsidy buys cultivation, not labor. And the truly moving thing about this channel is that it stays open, ever upward. The apprenticeship is only a start, not an end. After 3 to 6 months, ability up to standard, one converts to a full employee. Now the subsidy exits and the firm bears it all, for they are fully verified. After conversion, by real skill, one can rise to higher roles and greater contribution. This road ignores connections and background, only how much you give and grow. Even without conversion here, the experience and credit gained carry to the next entry point. No one has come for nothing. With this channel, a person has something to hope for, instead of lying flat in place. For the individual, they regain income, experience, and the dignity of being needed. For companies, low-cost talent screening, fresh vitality, and policy dividends. For society, income becomes buying power, calling forth more goods and services. It breaks the rigidity of the classes, letting the bottom rise again. For lands of conflict, it gives youth a way out, and hatred loses its soil. When a person has work, growth, and hope, they are no longer fuel for hatred. Once a person can take the first step, all the roads after it are their own. The whole meaning of the first pillar, make that first step reachable for all. It lets everyone be needed by society and have a channel to rise and grow better. When everyone can begin, income flows, ability grows, dignity is rebuilt. One person needed will create, millions needed, and a civilization flourishes. Contribution first begins with letting everyone begin and rise and grow better.